It's been pretty quiet in the world of Dakota and Felicity. Now, we're still waiting on part 3 of 5 of this interview that Crazy K did with China Doll, Dakota, and Felicity. It's been several days since part 2. I want to say a good 3-4 days since part 2 came out. So, I'm assuming he'll be, quote-unquote, dropping part 3 anytime now. But in the meantime, I found this to be a little bit interesting. Over on FB, we have Nisha. Now, if you remember, quick little recap, Nisha is a neighbor, I believe, to China Doll's mother. So when Dakota and Felicity first entered this picture with China Doll, they had been staying, I guess, with China's mother, and then they ended up staying with Nisha. When Nisha and Dakota and Felicity had this falling out, that's when Felicity broke the TVs. Anyways, in the last part of the interview, Felicity specifically says that that Nisha was in on this DVP. She says it was her and Tiffany, Nisha and Tiffany forced her to get this DVP, the protection order against China Doll, that eventually was dropped because there was no evidence. So, Nisha makes a video on her FB page and she asks Felicity, she says, I had nothing to do with this DVP, did I? And Felicity being loud as ever, no, you didn't. You had nothing to do with it. No. Then why, Felicity, did you say that she did? You see what I mean? Felicity is a pathological liar. She tells so many lies that I think she believes them. And then when she gets caught up in the lie, you could tell she was acting very childlike in this video. You could tell she didn't even really want to be bothered with it, Felicity. She was acting very standoffish, like she didn't even want to be bothered with the question. And Nisha tells her, well, I wanted my name cleared because all I know is Tiffany asked me to give you all a ride. So, and I believe this. I do believe this. So Nisha gave them a ride, but she had no part in persuading them to get this DVP or any of that. And, Felicity, so we caught Felicity yet in another lie. That's all this girl does is lie. And it's quite disgusting. Like I keep saying, anybody that stays around Felicity is in danger because of the lies she tells. What kind of lie is she going to tell on who next? Lies have the potential to get people into some real trouble. So I just hope that, like China Doll and Crazy K, I just hope that they are being extremely careful. I would go so far as to record every minute spent around her so nothing could be said about me. So, what do you think? Do you think Felicity purposely lies? Do you think she doesn't know she's lying? Do you think it's part of her mental illnesses? Let me know your thoughts.